Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Seeking Gamma. This is our sixth episode, number six.
Number
Yeah.
6.
All right. So Crystal and I get together here every so often and experiment with different meditations. We hope you like, share, and subscribe to our channel so we can reach other meditation nerds like us. And we hope you enjoy it. We play around with different concepts and techniques to see how they affect our results. And of course, your mileage may vary. We use some pretty cool tech, headbands for EEG readings. So we use them to record the session live. So you'll be able to see that as we go. And we use some other cool tools too. Crystal's really good with AI, so she's going to be our data geek, and ask Claude to help us in our summaries. So the goal here is to generate more gamma waves. So I have not been successful so far, but we're working on different tricks and tips and techniques to see what we can do. And it may just be a time thing. It may just be practice, 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 and you eventually get there. So I'm going to try to be patient with myself. And we want to make sure that nobody tries this while you're driving, right? No meditating while you're driving. And also, please check with your physician or doctor before starting any practice, right? So we're trying to get those brilliant ideas that come from meditation, get some insights, maybe connect to source, right? Get a download. Whatever your beliefs are, hopefully meditation is part of it. So we post the tech and the tools in the descriptions, so feel free to try them out. We're not advertisers. We don't get paid or anything like that, but I do have a discount code that you can use for Muse. We're still going to try to talk to Flow Time and see if we can get one from them too. So that's what we have so far. That's what we've been doing here on the channel. We hope that you enjoy geeking out on these meditations as much as we do. So let's get started.
All right. So Brenda, do you want to describe the design of the meditation before we just jump in there?
Sure. This one is called the Kundalini Fountain. And that's kind of a cool term, but it's really grounding to the earth. We're doing more grounding, using that electromagnetic energy to move up the spine and flow out the top of your head, hopefully to increase our awareness as it moves up. And some say the raising of the Kundalini energy helps to open your third eye chakra, helps to increase visions or clairvoyance, and maybe other types of clair, like clairaudience or clairsentience. So we're also continuing to deepen our love for each other, right? For everyone, and our connection to the planet, because that seems to be where some of us, namely Crystal, get those spikes in gamma. And so that seems to be working for us so far. We also want to try to release fear, right? So we can be in the flow of life and create the life that we want. So can you tell us about the audio that you put in for us?
Yeah, so the audio comes from Envato Elements. It is a 528 hertz solfeggio scale. And so with solfeggio scales, they're supposed to be healing or love frequencies. And so, I'm not an audio engineer, so we kind of do what we can on the channel. But I think this one's our best recording so far, so I'm kind of excited
Yay.
about it.
Thank you. Thanks for being our technician,
Yes.
as always. And so now we're putting on our headbands. These are the EEG devices that record our brain waves. It records 5 different types of brain waves, which you'll be able to see live as soon as she shares the
Let me share.
session. Mine doesn't share. As it turns out, I can share it, but I can't share it to a website. It only comes to my phone. So, oh, nice picture.
Yeah, that's the Kundalini fountain.
Awesome.
Created
Thanks.
with Midjourney. So
Great. All of these cool AI programs help us so that we don't run into copyright issues. What a saving grace.
all right.
So right now we are calibrating our headsets, making sure all the signal connections get signal.
All right.
And I'm having a problem with one of them. Hang on. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, so when you share, please share sound.
Yes, I did do that. Thank you for reminding me.
Awesome, thanks.
All right. And there we go. All right. You ready?
All right, you're working.
Yes.
Closing your eyes. We're going to take a few minutes to connect fully with our bodies and disconnect from the external world, becoming more aware of your physical body. As we keep breathing deeply, slowly, and steadily. As we keep breathing, long, deep, cleansing and relaxing breaths, we look up behind our closed eyelids while we ground, center, protect, and connect, tapping into consciousness, making that conscious and glorious connection to the universe and all that is. As we breathe in deep and slow, we put everything up on the shelf just for now, as we ground, center, connect, and protect, sending a golden cord down from the base of our spine through the layers of the earth, plugging into the core like an electrical socket. We are grounded to the earth's energies and vibrations. Feel into the earth and notice that stable, rooted feeling that you get like you're part of the earth. Recognize how much the earth supports us with all the materials necessary for survival, like food and shelter, as well as other humans and animals for comfort. We thank Mother Earth, and we may feel or hear a low humming sound emanating from the earth, vibrating up our golden cord. Next, let's send a silver cord up to the sky like an antenna. And we set our intention to attract all that is for our highest good and the highest good of all. We see white light from our mind's eye coming in twinkling as it travels towards us, becoming more and more concentrated and bright as it reaches our silver cord. And it travels down into the tops of our heads, filling our bodies and flowing down into our bellies at the center of our beings. As we breathe, we feel our belly buttons moving in and out. The light has completely filled us and beams out through every pore of our body, forming a large bubble of light around each of us. We are protected in this light, and the light forms a force field around us. Now we're going to take in more energy from the earth, like a spring coming up through the earth following our golden cord, a spring of energy coming up like a fountain. The earth's energy may feel warm or cool. Like the water, but it is not heavy like water. It's lighter and feels like a rush of energy from the earth that provides everything we need for life. The spring of life comes up through us into the base of our spine, and we picture golden light sparkling as it reaches us. Moving through our seat, you may feel tingling or movement, like waves of energy coming through from the earth. As the fountain of energy rushes up through your core, through your chest, through your neck and head, it shoots out the top of your crown like a fountain and rains down the golden sparkling light all around you, mixing with the white sparkling light inside your force field. Keep focusing on the rush of energy up through your system, up from the earth, out the top of your head like a fountain, and increase that energy that you bring in. You can act as the pump that is bringing it up from the earth and through your body. As we increase this throughput, we remember everything the earth provides for us. All the energy, all the food, all the water that we need, all the nutrients for our optimal health. We feel connected directly to the earth and all that is. Everything that is connected to the earth, we are all connected to the earth and to each other. Through the earth and throughout the universe. One universal spirit. And as our minds grasp the concept of the reality of unity with each other and everything, our force field expands and we encompass all that is. Every other living being, rather than the feeling of separation where we were alone and fighting to survive, one against the other. Now we are feeling the connectedness of all that is, and we know subconsciously that the separateness comes from fear. As we release that fear and embrace our connection, we appreciate our connection to the earth and all that is. This is our new reality outside of fear. We are free to love without fear. Love and appreciate each other, our earth, knowing that it is really the connection to God, universe, and everything that comforts us, strengthens us, and supports us every step along the way. We are free to choose fear again, of course, but why? It only lowers our energy and cuts us off from the spring of life. So keep this feeling of connection to the flow of life coming through you, supporting you in every way, comforting you and all those around you, as long as you choose to feel it. As we keep choosing connection and love over fear. So before we return, let's give our deepest gratitude to our team of angels and spirit for being here for us today and always. Let's give them something, anything really, as a token of your gratitude. It is symbolic, a representation of how much you appreciate all the support throughout your entire life. Now let's take in a deep breath. Begin to feel your feet. Maybe wiggle your toes. Then feel your hands and wiggle your fingers. Maybe rub your arms and bring your awareness back to your body. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
All right. Very nice.
And I like the volume of the music.
Yeah.
You did a really great job incorporating that. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought it turned out pretty good. So
Yeah, I think you're right. It was our best recording ever.
well, one day we'll figure this out.
Very smooth. I think you've mastered it.
No, I think it's an ongoing battle. All right. Just gonna grab my screenshots.
Yeah, I'm trying to grab mine too. I forgot to close it before I took my headset off, so it's like I don't have any signal. There we go. I hope you enjoyed that Kundalini fountain.
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that. So, all right, let me open up my images.
Oh, I had a good reading. I had 84% calm. So
Ooh.
let me see what my individual power bands were like.
All right.
All right, I'm going to text you mine now.
Okay, perfect.
So I didn't have a previous one to compare it to,
Yeah, I didn't have one either, so
but that's okay. We'll just see what we got.
we'll just compare to each other's.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so for me, my beta is lower than it normally is. So normally it's somewhere between 40 and 42%. Today it was down to
Right.
37. So yay.
Okay, good.
Gamma was about the same. It'll range between 7 to 12%. So it's on the high side of what I've seen. Alpha is pretty good at 25%.
Yeah.
Theta is 20%, and sigma is 6%. So, and then coherence is 13% of the time. So you can see the green spikes here. Um,
Okay.
so I think I'm trying to remember what part this was, because I could like feel like kind of the love kind of flowing up during some of the parts of the meditation. So that was nice.
We had a period of love for the earth and then love for each other and the connectedness to all that is
Yeah,
towards the end. Maybe that was that final one.
yeah, it definitely was. So, all right. Let's take a look at Brenda's.
So mine just gives an overall percentage for calm. It doesn't really give me the individual waves and their percentages. It just shows the reading.
Mhm.
But I had 84% calm, which was really good for me.
That is
And
good.
then down at the bottom, it shows how many birds I had. I don't know
I'm
if you could
trying to hold
lift
on.
that up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. Oh, hold on. Maybe if I close it out and put it into.
That's okay. I thought you might just be able to scroll down, but that's okay. I think mine says 103 birds and only 2 recoveries. So I think that's pretty spectacular for one of our live sessions.
Yeah,
Um, I meditated this morning too, so I think that helped.
all right.
Um,
There we go. Okay.
yeah, there it
So
is.
you had 103
103
birds on this
birds.
one. All right, good.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself.
And as usual, alpha is number one. You're
Alpha or my, is it alpha is higher?
alpha is the blue line on the top.
Okay, yeah.
In a calm state, so that
And the gamma is so low, it's under 0 for a long period of time.
mhm,
And this is in decibels, not hertz, and I still don't know why. But 10 minutes of calm and just one in neutral and 5 seconds in active. And
mhm,
active, I think, was towards the end.
mhm.
Um, yeah, there was a spike there at the end. I don't know. I think, yeah.
So it's really fascinating, Brenda, when I'm looking at this is, we have like some parallels in some of the spikes in our time, right? So between probably around 10 or so to 9:20. So
Mhm.
I'm like seeing a spike here around the same time, right? And then
Oh,
you
yeah.
also had a spike a little bit after 10 minutes, and there's your spike, and here's kind of my spike in here. So,
So maybe we can ask Claude to evaluate where our spikes line up.
oh, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Okay. All right. I'm gonna have Claude analyze your image first, and you're gonna have to remind me again, dark purple is beta, correct?
Dark purple is beta, yes.
Okay.
Light purple is gamma. That's the
Yes.
really, really low one.
All right. Okay. So I'm pulling up my buddy ChatGPT. Nope, hold on, that's not the
Claude, you got Claude up.
Claude.
Yeah.
Yes, Claude, thank you. All right, there we go. Okay. All right. Um, so alpha was fairly consistent, around 10 decibels. Theta, light blue, and delta green fluctuates between 0 and 5 decibels. There's purple line, which stays mostly um, below
Below
0.
zero.
And then beta isn't clearly visible on this graph. Well, that's not true. But okay. All right, mind state. So you were calm for 10 minutes and 31 seconds. Short
Oh,
period.
beta was covered up by a lot of the other waves. It's hard
Yeah,
to see when they're all clumped together like that.
yep, agreed. All right, let's have it analyze mine. All right.
What's crazy is I feel like I'm doing something wrong because my gamma's so low.
No, I'll do next week's. We're gonna get to gamma, I promise.
All right.
We're gonna do breath of fire. Breath of fire
Okay.
will 100% get you to gamma. So
Okay.
um lies.
I don't know. Maybe it was that concussion I had as a kid.
No, I promise the breath is gonna get you there.
We wanted to do box breath too.
I want to do breath of fire. If you want to get to gamma, we got to do breath of fire. So,
Okay, yeah, let's do breath of
all
fire
right.
maybe for a different time. I
Okay.
mean, we can also do box breath.
Oh, we'll do, well, it'll be fun to like go compare a box breath with a breath of fire and see what happens.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
what my expectation is when we do box breath, it's going to be very high alpha. If we do
Okay.
breath of fire, which is kind of breathing in and out very quickly, uh,
Okay.
then that one is, that's going to be more gamma state. So that's what I'm expecting to see, but we'll find out. So,
Okay. Yeah, and I typically have a higher alpha than any of my other readings. So
oh,
that'll
really?
be interesting. Yeah.
That's fascinating. All right. So for me, beta was around 37%, indicating alertness and thinking. Alpha 25%, theta 20%, gamma was 12%, and delta was 6%. So
So alpha was your highest this time too.
no, I'm still
Oh, you
zero
had
is still
beta.
the
Right,
highest,
right.
but it was definitely a lot higher than,
Higher.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and actually, once we're done, I'm gonna go put in our chart data because
Okay.
I want to track it over time. So we'll add
Okay,
that.
cool.
Um, all right, so gamma waves increase slightly towards the end. Delta waves was consistently low. Beta waves were dominant. Um, all right, so can you compare the fluctuations on the chart between the two different imitators and the time intervals when they spike?
misunderstand the question.
There's seems to be, showing, oh, let me, all right, here's the two to compare. I'll just make sure it knows. All right, if I can get it to copy. Okay. Edit, copy. There we go. And then let me grab mine.
It says, thank you for providing both images. How sweet.
Yes,
I apologize for the confusion earlier. So
yes.
funny.
They apologize a lot. So image two, they show, all right, so your alpha waves are more stable. Mine had more fluctuation and spikes around the 2-minute, 6-minute, and 11-minute marks. Image two shows spikes around 7 and 11. Let's see, delta.
So we both had that 11-minute spike. That
Yes.
was towards the end. That was the love for each other and the world,
Yep.
and the earth. Yeah. I also felt a lot of love there at the very end where
Mhm.
we were thanking our angels.
Yes.
And I was recognizing that, my angels really keep me out of trouble. They do so much for me. I'm just so thankful. Um, I just can't thank them enough. And it's like you wake up one day and you recognize, you've had this best friend or these best friends with you in spirit all along,
Mhm.
and you suddenly don't feel alone anymore. Really cool.
Very well said. So, all right. Well, there we go. That's our meditation for today. Um, let's see. Okay, so next week, Breath of Fire, I think. So,
Yay.
all right. So
All
we'll do
right, more
that.
gamma.
And then we're gonna hit gamma. I know it. I can feel it in my bones. So
All right, I'm psyched.
all right, awesome. Well, thank you for this beautiful meditation, Brenda, and we'll create another one soon.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right,
Always a
thanks.
pleasure.
All right.